In many parts of Scotland, there is a real contest between the SNP and Labour.
Recent polling has shown Labour potentially doing very well in Scotland. One last night said Labour could win a majority of seats, leaving the SNP with just 16.
I don't like Westminster. They just act all very immature. It's like somebody in a restaurant's dropped a glass and everybody goes, "Yay!"
My opinion of the Conservative Party is that they're there to make the rich richer and to hell with the poor.
This election on July the 4th is a key moment in our nation's history. It's a choice between more of the same with the Tories and the SNP or change with Labour.
Be careful what you wish for, because the Labour Party is going to pick up where the Tories left off with spending cuts, and that will be a disastrous outcome for Scotland.
I voted Labour last time and I'll vote Labour again. I think the Labour Party are bound to get in here. I don't see any way that the SNP will get voted in again because of the bother, you know, the thing with Nicola's husband and all. You can't blame people for thinking this is not right, you know, and it isn't. Well, it's not right. Is any of it right? I don't know. But I know I'm voting Labour.
I probably will vote for SNP. I feel it's in my bones because I've been brought up with SNP from the 70s and the 80s, touring round on a battle bus, delivering leaflets for the SNP. They might be having a bit of a hiccup just now, but I do feel that they will pick up and get themselves where they need to be.
I could not have anticipated in my worst nightmares what would have unfolded over the past few weeks.
Hamza Yousaf became First Minister last year when his members rejected the idea of an SNP lurch to the right. And he now looks set to give his party what they rejected.
I have therefore informed the SNP's National Secretary of my intention to stand down as party leader.
But I'm here because I knew I could unify my party.
I voted Labour and I will vote Labour. It's just been what I've done all my life. I believe I'm a working man. I believe Labour is better for the working man.
I'm going to vote for SNP, definitely, yeah. I feel secure doing that. I don't believe in these other two. I think that's just basically all talk and lies.
I've mostly been split between SNP and Green, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards Green because everybody's talking about change, but Green is the only one that promises the change I want to see.
I think either Labour or Reform. I actually watched the debate on Richie Sunak and Keir Starmer, and I really liked the points that Keir Starmer was making. He seemed like he cared about the community and the country. And Nigel Farage, I just think he's fantastic. I love everything he says. I follow him on loads of social media. I think he's really eager to get the country back up and, you know, back to square one again and try and get us to be better than we are.
This town was thriving, and over the last few years I appreciate there's reasons for that, but Conservatives just don't seem interesting.
East Kilbride is really a good place, but I think everything's all changing now very quickly. Getting a doctor's appointment, a hospital appointment is a big issue here, especially with people with cancer. You know, they're having to wait a long time to get treatment. When I feel that word see to anybody, because I've had it myself, and I've been lucky, but I feel these people now are not so lucky. I lost my sister-in-law with that. That's how bad it is, because she didn't get the treatment that she wanted quickly.
I do believe it is that the Conservatives are the reason why living standards have fallen. I don't know who else it is.
It just seems like more and more the government is kind of telling like publicly educated people, you're too stupid to understand how the government's being run and you don't know how to fix it, but like they're just making it worse and, you know, nothing's moving forward.
I don't have a problem with the SNP, to be honest with you. Self-government wouldn't be a bad thing, but I'm Labour and that's just the way I am. I can't help that.
I just think Scotland as a country does really have a lot to offer.
Well, because of Brexit, it feels like none of the parties would be able to handle the transition that would come from voting for independence.
The 4th of July, then we're going to know exactly what we're going to be dealing with. And it's out of our hands now, basically.